Alright guys, now that we have our praline paste done, we're going to make the pastry for this dish. So we're going to preheat the oven again. This time we're going to preheat it to 350. That is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this pan with parchment paper. Perfect. And we need to draw an 8-inch circle, which the rim of this pie pan happens to be 8 inches. So we're going to move it closer to the edge, kind of. Or you can just take a marker or a pen, and we're going to draw a circle. Okay, so there's your circle. Now we're going to flip it over so that way the marker does not rub off onto our dish and we get poisoned and die. On to making this pastry for the Paris breast is you have to sift the flour. So what that means is you just have a sifter, pour in all your flour, mine is pre-measured, and then you just sift. You lightly tap the sifter so it gets out all the clumps and you have nice smooth flour. Is we're going to take our pre-measured water, milk, butter, sugar, and salt, combine it all together in a pretty large saucepan and bring it to a boil. So I'm going to do that right now. Our boiling mixture from the heat, and we're going to add in our flour, and then we're going to stir it all together with our boiled mixture. And once that is all stirred together, we are going to place it back on the heat. And we're going to cook it for a little bit. No, it said to use a spoon.
Okay.
And so, as you can see, our dough is already starting to pull together. And this is what we're looking for. What we're doing is we're trying to incorporate all the flour. So right now, most of our flour is incorporated, so we're going to bring it back over here to the heat. And we're going to put it on low, medium low, and we're going to cook it for 1 to 2 minutes. What we're trying to do is we're trying to pull the moisture out of the dough again. As you can see, with just turning the heat back on, it's getting a little bit thinner, and that's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Once your mixture is at this texture, and you can smush it like this very smoothly, you want to transfer it into a bowl and let it cool off completely, and then we're going to add our eggs. So now that we have our cooled mixture and we have a clean bowl, clean spoon, clean hands, we need to add in our eggs one by one. So all you're going to do is you're going to crack it. We're putting the whole egg in there, no need to separate. Over here I have a scratch piece of parchment, and I'm going to put the eggs on there. And you just want to mix it in completely, one by one. Okay, cut. So after we've beaten
My thumb's in the way.
We've beaten in and, what is the word? Stirred in all our eggs. We're going to transfer it into our pastry bag, which has a 1.5 inch round tip on the end, and I put it in a glass so it's easier to fill it. Okay, so remember how we drew all this on my batter with the piping tip on the end, and this is our circle that we drew earlier.
It's coming out. It's coming out.
This is the circle that we drew earlier.
It's on your finger.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take the batter and we're going to pipe along the circle all the way around.
Two hands.
So you're supposed to do it that way.
Don't tell me to shut up. It's not nice.
Okay, so that we have one circle, we're going to pipe another circle on the inside. And this is going to be the inner circle, like this.
Good job, good job. Oops. some giant hands.
Shut up. Okay. So now once you have that, there's now a little crease mark between the two.
The back. There you go.
There's a crease mark between the two. I was right here. Zoom in, Dad. You see there's a little crease mark, and now you're going to pipe one on top, another circle on top of it. Just as so.
Don't go so fast. Let it fill up. There you go. Go too fast. Let it fill up. Go over that. Go. Keep going. There you go. There you go.
Okay. So now I have quite a bit of batter left. So I'm going to go in and make some of the circles thicker. And then we'll be back when we're ready to add the topping and bake. Okay, so now we're back and we're going to take a little pastry brush. And this is just one beaten egg, nothing added to it. And we're going to brush the top of our pastry dough. And we ended up making a little one because we had a lot of extra dough. So what we're going to do is just you take your brush and your egg and you just over the top of the raw dough. You don't want to put as much as I did right there, and try not to apply a lot of pressure because it will smush the dough. Okay, stop. We're going to do all of it, and then we're going to come back and add another. So now we have just some slivered almonds, and we're just going to sprinkle them over the top like so. Make sure you just spread them out a little bit. Look like once it's in its raw form. Okay, our oven has already been preheating to 350, and we're just gonna put it on the top rack, and we're gonna bake it for 40 to 50 minutes, and then we gotta let it cool, and then we'll be ready. Hey guys, I'm back, and we just took our dough out of the oven. This is what it should look like when it's done, and then what you want to do is just want to take a toothpick and poke it like this. And it will help you make sure it's done and cooked all the way, and it also lets it get the air out and get air in it at the same time, you know. We made a little one over here. It's nice and cool. Now we're just gonna let it cool off, and while we cool off, we're gonna go make the filling.
Deuces.